Welcome back to CNN Philippines Network News. The Philippines has a particular affinity for beauty pageants. When a Filipino competes in an international beauty pageant, the whole country roots for her. We see that in every Miss Universe pageant, just like in 1999 when Miriam Quiambao conquered the stage with her wit, confidence, and charm. She ended up winning first runner-up. Joining us now right here in the studio, the beauty queen herself, Miriam Quiambao. Miriam, thank you for being here.
Hello, thank you as well, Mitzi, for having me.
Looking even better than 1999.
Thank you.
So what are you feeling now? Imagine it's been 18 years since your competition as the Miss Universe candidates arrived here.
18 years na ba?
Oh, 19.
Well, I'm grateful. I'm grateful that I got to where I am today, and the Miss Universe pageant, especially Binibining Pilipinas, where it all started, really catapulted my success in the industry, or even my my entry into show business.
So would you say a lot of your success today really owe it to being a beauty queen, especially Miss Universe runner-up?
I owe it to the Lord, of course. He's the one who always provides us opportunities, but Binibining Pilipinas and Miss Universe has been one of the stepping stones.
Yeah, and you worked very hard for this. I want to ask you about the training. Of course, you need to prepare for this. You trained in Venezuela for a week with the Osmel Sousa. I mean, yes. He is the beauty queen trainer. Tell us about that.
Well, he's considered the Pygmalion of beauty pageants, wherein he really has this special talent to see what's really beautiful in a person, and especially in the beauty candidates. And then he finds a way in order to transform them and help enhance that beauty that is already within them.
Yeah.
And my experience with him is training for 1 week, and I went through training in the catwalk, in photo posing, in hair and makeup. I hardly knew anything about hair and makeup back then. Also, I had a trainer on practicing me for question and answer.
Yeah.
So I had all those mentors who helped prepare me for the Miss Universe pageant. That's on top of what I've learned, the 3 weeks training that I've had here in the Philippines under Binibining Pilipinas.
Yeah, now I want to ask you about your experience. During one of the competitions, you actually had the fall. You fell, but you got back up. You fell down, diba?
Yes.
But you got up so gracefully, and you once said that, in fact, you know, you really learned a lot from that lesson. People remembered you getting up more than the fall.
Yes, thank you. Thank you for that. What happened was that I was really going down the stairs, and my gown was just too heavy from all the beads, and my 4-inch heel stepped on the train of the gown, and that's how I fell. But fortunately, when I got to the floor, it wasn't like I hit with my bottom on the floor or what. It was just as if I was picking up something on the floor. I lost my balance for a while.
Very graceful fall.
Regained it, and then it looked as if I was just picking up something from the floor. And right at that moment, when I was down there, I just followed this urge in my heart, which says, whatever I've started, I'm going to finish whatever I've started. So I stood up and I finished my walk, and I just noticed that the whole auditorium just, broke out into applause. And I said, oh, they like what I did, so I'm going to give them drama. I spread my arms wide and gave them my winningest smile, or my best smile. And
you did that twice, I remember, yeah.
And I guess the judges took notice. Gratefully, Miss Singapore was there in the backstage as soon as I walked out of the stage, and she went there to console me. And then Scott Grossman, who was the choreographer, he ran to where I am. He saw me crying there. He just gave me some encouragement, saying that was the most beautiful recovery I've ever seen. So that helped, boost my esteem a little bit, and helped me to move forward with the
pageant.
And
you inspired a lot of people.
Thank you
also
so
because
much.
Of that. Now, the question and answer, as you said earlier, you have to prepare for that. It's also very hard. Was that a struggle for you? You were asked a question that time on the debate on whether Miss Universe should continue her reign if she falls pregnant. How did you feel at that moment when you were asked the question?
Well, first of all, Mitzi, at that time, I was really insecure about facing the public. In fact, when I was in high school, I developed a really bad case of stage fright, wherein even though I knew the answer to the teacher's question, and she will call me to recite, my voice will shake, I'll break out into cold sweat, and my knees will just knock themselves by themselves. Tapos, and then I'll just bark out the answer. That's how scared I was speaking in public, even during recitation. But I just did my best in order to recover this fear. I joined the sports team, the drama class, and then even joining this pageant was one of those action steps, let's say, for me to be able to recover this fear. So being in front of millions of people at the Miss Universe pageant for me was already nerve-wracking, considering where I'm coming from and these insecurities. And so when I was faced with this question about, which was quite controversial, because they picked it up from an incident where one of the candidates was found out to be pregnant and she was sent home. And so when they gave out this question, I'm like, oh, wow, I didn't know what I was going to say, especially since coming from a Christian background, you know, growing up Catholic, getting pregnant out of wedlock is quite taboo. So I really didn't know where to place myself. And I just said that, well, if she has fulfilled the obligations of being a Miss Universe and she's been a good example, then I think she should continue.
Well, imagine you conquered that fear. Now you're even an inspirational